Hello, my name is Rufinus, and I'm the creator of the Wasteland Expansion and part of the team of the Shadowrun community expansion around Steam Workshop. And today I have finally acquired a new headset. There was one comment in the previous episodes acknowledged that there was no voice acting. And of course, most videos, previous videos, they get quite boring to just observe and see all of my mistakes. And finally we have sound, and I hope my voice is not too complicated to listen to, but we will at least find out if it's good or not. I hope my voice I have a very basic headset now. So, but let's get into the game. So we will continue for Cosmo the Wastelander, and this has two mods available, and it's Wasteland Expansion and the Cosmos Specialization. And of course it's mostly about those two mods, but the main focus is Wasteland Expansion, because the quite content has become massive. In the beginning it was essentially a campaign with a custom of leaders, and the main focus was the campaign, the Wasteland campaign. And it was around like a hypothetical organization, offspring of nomads. But as soon as the mod has been developed so far, that included the race of the nomads. So the nomads is actually quite big content, featuring all classes, everything from custom units to very much. We have like traditional units from Age of Wonder Shadow Magic. I didn't manage to find out how to make grasp to draw units with as they did in Age of Wonder Shadow Magic, but they have Flaming Charge and Inflict Moral Break. This is an ability is quite affecting moral, which one of the minor abilities around nomads. It's only two units who have Inflict Moral Break. One of the racial units is first the Nomad Rook and the Commoner. Both of these units serves as an all-terrain purpose. They have fine turbos, and this one throws swords. But in general, there's a lot of units to go through, but we will try to cover them when they appear in game. As I said before, it's not so difficult, or it's very difficult to explain units when you can't talk. Just writing might not be so appealing, especially if I write something in the sheet log or something, it doesn't work properly. Not if I'm going to showcase a mod. But here we go, we flip the turn and see what's going to happen. Because previous turn hasn't gone so well, as I'm not an experienced player in this. I play on a regular basis multiplayer, and I following channels like Black Arrow, and I following especially Cregatron, because they feature this mod and Shadowrun Expansion mod. All of those mods usually can find at Steam. But in general, I'm not so experienced in YouTube, and especially since I don't have a YouTube voice, for example. Hopefully I does, but enemies appearing from the cave. I had a big battle here earlier, and I met one of the heroes from the other enemies, and I can say that the battle I lost almost all my heroes, except this one and this one. And since I'm not an experienced player, I do a lot of mistakes. But I hope I can beat this stack. It shouldn't be too difficult to fight one elephant, baby green serpent, and two snakes, one minor and one big. So hopefully it won't be too difficult. But I will gather some of my remaining armies, because I lost 2 of my main stacks, and I've been slacking very much this game, and probably I would like to build defense. And I will build my chieftains, the support units, one of the most unique units you can find, because it's a mounted support, and no other race has a mounted support. And traditionally I wanted to have a walking unit, but for the flavor of the race and lore, it has to be mounted. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. But despite that, I haven't been able to properly balance them, but I give them very much negative. And last time, in the previous patches, they had fire bolts, but it was quite strong. Especially that fire bolts and a mounted unit. So I invented something called oil in this Nomad race, and it serves little like an expansion of an ability. It's like, of course the text doesn't reflect so much because I haven't properly been written. I'm not original someone from writing in English, because my mother tongue is Swedish. So, but oil is a new elemental ability in my opinion, because it does 1 fire damage, but it stacks. So as soon as you can inflict oil impact, you can likely to inflict another, so the enemy will be weaker against fire. And this will increase the damage towards fire. And the real benefits with oil, for example, is that it stacks and it makes them weaker. So in general, just adding like oil boils, we can search for oil, and you can see here that we have a couple of abilities. Oil boils is of course the main, but we have oil bomb, which is similar to Draconian. They also have this kind of like where they drop a fire bomb, but this is oil. And oil impact is the first, where there is little different abilities. But oil ability is the first stage, which applies 4 -4 mood, -100 happiness, and 20 minus in fire weakness. And this is not so strong originally, because it doesn't do so huge impact yet, because this is 1 fire damage only. And as soon as you get covered in oil, which is the next step after oil impact, they will be inflicted with more moral negatives, lesser defense and lesser resistance, and a -20% in fire weakness. So it will be in total 40% of fire weakness, and they will be slowed. But it's harder to inflict covered in oil because it has a target's lesser resistance. So, but in general, you can get at least from this, let's say we have oil boils, you can at least get 2 fire damage, not normal, on average, while the oil throw is 1 single throw. But I'm thinking that maybe those like 2 minus defense and 2 minus resistance is too strong. I might change that in coming patches, because the outcome of all this is that it should be balanced towards the original game and everything, and nothing should be too overpowered. That's the main goal of most of my mods, and along with other mods like Shadow Realm Community Expansion, that we should keep the balance and the flavor of the game. And for the most part, I really hope people enjoy balance, because balance is one of the main focus. And of course it's not possible every time to get the balance right, because it's very difficult to balance everything accordingly to how it should be. There is a lot of items in this. I can drop this one, and I can drop this one. Here is of course a new item shown. I have made so far there is around 24 new items, and there is a new mount, for example, Storm Weaver, which is also quite interesting. So for people to take part of that, there is new custom items. There is roughly quite plenty descent oriented, and it adds. I'm not sure if I can find items in. Maybe I can. I will see if I can find one item. No. No, but in general, if I search for Lissem, there is one item called Lizard Cuirass, but it's one item giving Lizard Man trait. So, okay, I can display that some of the items that you will encounter is for players to find out. There should be plenty of items to find. And there isn't so many mods that actually adds new items to a game, because it's quite complicated. You have to use a lot of effort to utilize, and of course when you have a graphical artist in your relationship, you have Photoshop and everything. At least I have it. And for me it's been quite easy to add new icons to the game. Much of the units produced is all everything made with Photoshop, because it's quite convenient too. From the beginning I only used paint.net, which is why quite inconvenient to make new icons. And of course it's possible to use GIMP. You can use anything to make new items, because essentially the only thing you need is the icon, and the rest of itself you don't have to create anything except link a couple of visualization sets and then place them in the correct package. And it's not so easy to create new items, because it's a little hassle. And most things I'm lacking probably ideas rather than time. It's ideas and time that usually keeps a hang of everything. And let's get back to this game. Everything is going terrible, since my ally has stolen all my cities, and it means that I don't have so big expansion. I have 2 cities, and I don't know, I will probably be kicked out from the game unless I get a bigger army, because my ally is probably doing well, but me, I'm not doing so well. So hopefully I can resurrect some of my previous heroes. And let's see what's going to happen. This unit will die if those attack. Hopefully my ally can sort of prevent my death. That's why I took an ally with me, but I think it's been more an hindrance rather than providing me some sort of benefits, apart from survival. But I'm guessing, for the most part, that you see, Centurion. Looks like my ally is finishing a whole Empire quest as well. I think I can finish Arcane Forge. Perhaps it's my destiny to finish at least one Empire quest, because the AI doesn't finish Arcane Item Forge. They never build items. Okay. And I play against a Ankh Maton, Manarok, one of the Tiger and Sorcerer, and he's also one of the main antagonists in the Eternal Lord campaign. The second mission you will face him as a Yakka follower, and I believe it's like. And then I put Tanna, Boss Larv. It's also very annoying to have her in the game, because she's also quite strong. An archer is never to mess with. And I hope I can defend my city. I will never caught up with this, because I have obviously 2 slow units to catch up. So I don't think there's any point for me to try to... I will build as many chieftains I can muster, because I believe I can get down there somewhat. I can defend myself. And Ah, I get my production up. I don't have to hurry anything. But as soon as she is going over there, I will go down. Because here is one of the cities. And I think I will... oh my god. I have another issue. Which I wasn't so sure about. Because now I'm pretty sure I'm in deeper problem. And not because of her. And here is Tana herself actually. And I don't know if I have the stronger army. She's coming in with quite forces now. And 100 units. Very good. I have 8. 7 to be correct. I don't even have a sky. Yeah, I have 8. I have a builder also. It's I have 9. But how strong is this really? This is probably... oh fuck. Okay, she's building gluttons. I haven't seen the IE use gluttons. And I want to like think what I can do. And if I can... maybe I can take out the Boar Rider and yeah, I can do it. And manual is because obviously something can happen, something can go wrong. And I can't be too sure control of the spells and what else they can do. And I wonder if I can reduce her... I can of course make her immolated, perhaps. Yeah, because this will lower resistance by 1. Maybe I can seduce. Perfect. At least it will give me another unit. Perhaps not so important for the... there's a lot of units coming in now. And I think we need to finish her off. And she's only 6 and this is 11 and 6. Even my hero is the same. So... if I finish her off, it will mean that I will have a little edge. But I will have another problem with the roamer. There is undead unit standing next to the city, which I wasn't aware of. And since we have the Cosmos specialization available, it's something that will provide us with magical damage from Enchanted City, and we will also have magical protection. It's a sort of starting ability. Oh, Recroft. Yeah, of course. Enchant Weapon is as well, it's a new avatar ability from the previous game where you could add magical damage to one of your units. And here I implemented this as an avatar. And the Jinn unit it's a racial governance upgrade. You can get Jinns on the Nomad race as an 8 unit, similar as a Goblin can get Troll in their possession by Nomad, as Nomad can do with the racial governance. And it's a floating unit, and it has shock bolts as it did in the previous game, and also some lightning damage. And this is not particularly a strong unit, but now it's of course veteran. But it's a support unit. And Cosmic Heal. It restore health 10 and adds resistance. And in addition, it's wrong as well. Units avoid attack of opportunity. And I will see if I can provoke them with a chicken. Yeah. They has to come to me. It's not fair. But at least I can do some damage. Okay. They will often lay there, i.e. when it's those barricades. If you're careful, you can face one unit at a time. And I think this is what we will do. But we will make sure so only one unit at a time can be damaged. And hopefully I can do something like that too. And this is a little cheese because I don't want to take damage. Oh, they are charging me. Thank you. Sometimes it's possible to just enable them on one hex, but they are of course charging me. But I have a golem with they have regrowth. I'm draining her movement a little. And they will hurt quite a lot because they have magical protection and the reinforced tile is overwhelmed. And of course the musketeer, he is not longer an armored, but he's become a marksman. The marksman is a high chance for critical, and they also have something called improved scope. They have no line of sight, and they have ricochetting shot. And a ricochet shot doesn't do as much damage as a normal shot, but still do. So every shot will ricochet to the next unit, but only one, and it functions the same as any musket. Here you can see that we have this inflict moral break, and it will display a couple of those typical Age of Wonders things. And this is a stackable, and it will stack more moral breaker. So it's a quite, in the right circumstance, it's quite strong. And with those irregulars, you start often with 3 in most games. And on random generated maps, for example, it's possible to clear like creation nodes, because they have units that often are blessed, and with moral and malus strike, for example, it's possible to reduce and make it negligate those awakened, blessed or inspired. So any units with this kind of has a very big chance to be it worked. I will see if someone need healing. Yeah. And the gin. And now it's going to be probably the most interesting. Despite what I think, the independent will probably attack, and that is very, very problematic. And this case I will release them as vassal because I have no way to defend against all this, and I'm not able to clear this because it's an insane amount of support units. Hopefully they will not attack. No, I will not be there. The main idea to have a Dreadnought, which is this Adriata. She's quite a specific hero because she has the Ancestor's Curse, which means that she's weaker from the start. She always has this ability, and it gives her a quite downside. It's to compensate because she has Undying, and Undying is quite strong to have on a hero because it gives you a second life and always resurgence. So you will always come back unless you die 2 times. I will give her more life and physical protection. And I believe this city needs to be defended because they can't reach me this turn, but still I will have at least 3 chieftains to sort of counter this. And as soon as I don't have so much unit, because I seem to lose every single unit I somewhat own. And this city, it needs to grow fast. And I think I will like to incorporate this before this one gets out of control. And I don't think I think I will need to build walls to have this in my territory, because I want this to be in my range. I think I did a little mistake because I have no mana. Because I really want to have Altar of Bond Souls on my chieftains. It gives them resurgence and resistance. And now we will see what's going to happen. Will they attack, or will they take one of my forts? Because this is the only way I can really incorporate any kind of resource production, because I'm a little bit afraid that Reynal will take everything on this map. He will not only take... he will take all good spots. That's the sad thing with having a computer player with you, is that they steal everything that you potentially could have gotten. So hopefully nothing serious will happen before next episode, so that I will lose or something. And I think it might be that I will die, because this is very scary. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is going to happen. And I might have to defend against this, and I'm not sure that I can defend against that. It's a ridiculous amount of undead. It's a little bit too strong for my taste. Maybe I can kite them, they aren't so fast, but with 6 units or 7 or whatever, it's not going to work. And the other computer, Tanna, she ran away. And yeah. This will not work. I'm 100% sure that I will die. What can I do? Flashback. Yay. Of course, I don't have any mana. I can't use spell. So essentially what's going to happen is that I will... maybe I can run away, because I don't want to fight them. It's really... So perhaps I can run away. I'm not sure yet, but I hopefully. Because right now I have no... Maybe I have to fight them because it's like little cowardly to kite them. But I really, they are cursed, no problem. At least I became cursed and they didn't cut any movement point from me. I should be able to run away despite, because I don't think they can caught up with me. At least maybe I can do like... No, I hope that don't count as damage now. Here they come. Maybe I can pull away at least some units. And I think that is what's going to happen. I will park him here. Not that it will matter, but little. Perhaps best to give her as much healing as possible because she is stronger. Or perhaps undying. There is the first damage. There's something I can do to... Sad. No, you didn't become crippled, of course. Maybe I can... At least I can get down his health quite substantial. I don't know, he will just heal himself. Expensible unit. right decision. I'm just delaying them. They never will. I have to take them out one by one. Maybe this will work anyway, because I'm quite strong and I think it was right to sacrifice this boar rider because he was anyway not mine, so. And we'll see, maybe this will work. But I need to heal, absolutely. Let's see, do we have an ability that is not in the unit panel, because I have so many things. Okay. Maybe I can cast spell? No. Okay, I think this is going a little in my favor, as long as I can not kill my leader. He has a Guardian Flame, and he is cursed. And I don't have Cure Deceased. I think I need to use her combat-wise. And this guy needs to get to the battlefield. This is that it can ricochet same unit as well. I will stay with him tonight because he is damaged. I don't want him to die. I can absolutely see that I'm winning this now. Can I kill them? Yeah, I can. Sorry, but it's for little experience. And I won. Despite the odds, I lost only one unit. He could have survived. He could have survived. Yeah, cover weakling. Okay. So now we are actually in a much better position, because we survived the onslaught. And I really need to incorporate this Forbidden Sanctum in my city. Because I can beat this, it's no problem. But I need to beat those, because otherwise it won't be. It will not work. And I will continue to build Chieftain, because they are extremely good unit. I have no mana. And they have a club. Whole stack. I got a Blight Doctor. Not that I need one, but it's always good to have a Blight Doctor. You never know when you need one. And we will see if we can steal one of those units. I don't think so. Human Priest would be very good to have. they get also gravity. Maybe it will be 24. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I should target the other guy. Oh yeah, there's resurgence. So they will always come back. Tree awakening. I'll try harder. I don't want to kill him, I want him. Perhaps we can... yeah. Defend. Oh no, he is Iron Heart, and it means he is... oh yeah, I can't. Maybe I can take then... nah, it will kill him. Oh yeah, he's coming back. Maybe I can't. I gotta... perhaps I can heal. Gravity is one of the Cosmos specialization. It adds gravity to support units, and it is a counter against flying units and units weak to electrician, and it causes like a shock effect that goes on every turn. Ah, he was resurrected. I didn't get a unit. I see. Perhaps we should get something for her, so we can at least... Animal Fey monster, no. Imperial Authority. Because she is under Cosmo, she will not benefit anything particular, so I probably... I don't know. I think Imperial Authority is still decent. A little compensate for her weakness, Ancestor's Curse. Perhaps we will leave it where that. Hopefully no one will attack me, so I will lose this regrowth effect. And my ally is doing flawless. He's taking everything he needs. Now. And In case I would like to attack those, I would be defeated, yeah. But I will still stay in CD. He will still count as... Why didn't he have any movement point? Oh, because he moved from that CD. Perfect. Why do I always walk out from... But it's okay, he will still appear in battle despite my accident. So... And... this one will be tough, this one will be tough, this one won't be tough, but I don't know yet. Hopefully, we will see if I can survive. It's now or never. The fun side with this game is that everything can change so rapidly. As soon as you let your guard down, you will eventually lose, because it's like you make so many key mistakes and the game is essentially can be over. But it's not the first time someone takes my throne in this game, but hopefully I think my ally is about to probably win or something. I don't know, he has 100 units all over it. And he even has this one. This one. I don't know. But there's still cities around I can maybe take control of. But I don't want to pay for any cities right now. Ah, that's not so good. There's walls here. Maybe I should make this mess. Oof. Now we will see if we can beat them back. They made a mistake. They shouldn't have attacked when I had 3 units. But they moved away because they saw a city and they saw an opening. Of course, very fast. Poison spinners everywhere. Die, most likely. Ah, he didn't die. Do I want to keep a scout? And as soon as at least 3 out of 4. Okay, I have my cities back. I can start to do something else with them, like increasing my mana or something other important. I think I will move down to my hero. Finally. Okay. I I will at least have some money to accomplish my tasks. No, I don't want to join you because I have no units over there. They always ask me, but I can't. I will produce merchandise. And I will take on this, because there is no, we can't leave undead spawner. A boneyard will be very problematic. And I will go down here probably. Then I don't know what's the better option. Oh, he built a city here. Oh, great. Okay, I have regrowth, which should be in my favor. It should really be much easier to take on this. I can still cast spells, but... And... Archon. My initial thought with Nomad Musketeer was to increase range, but it's not possible to increase range at all, because there is just no technical, it doesn't work. I think I want to target Archer, because they are currently the most dangerous, in my opinion. Because I can at least do stuff. The Archon, they are, I can't say they are difficult, but they have very specific units that they do physical damage and life. They are immune to quite a lot of effects. I will park him there. Like this. Almost no damage. And if I could get in and stun, it would be tremendous. Maybe I can bleed them to death, at least. 5 is not so bad. Ah, guard. And he has tireless, he should be able to defend himself. Or now. At least, I hope so. At least they target the golem. Ooh, it's like the battle of the champions. Ah, shock. Get rid of this one. They also low morale, but despite that they are undead, they still have morale. Maybe I can. Ah, there we go. Yes, I can then heal a lot of my units. Because it's good to heal between actions. Try perhaps do stuff. Steal effect. It's always good to steal effects, you never know. Oh, it was one alive. Then the healer gets useless. Now Sand Golem is on gold. It means that he can throw oil. This looks like that. Perhaps I can heal a little more. I have still regrowth. Then I can try to level up. Oh, it's good to level up a little. Very much of this game can be exploited with gaining a lot of experience through abilities, and it's good to take advantage of this. At least when you're playing single player and having infinite time. That's good. And that's very good. And I'm wondering if I should take out Tanna, because I believe I have my Doom stack. I like Bomb Squad. It's usually quite convenient if you can combine it with some undead units or something with Resurgence. Like, it's never a bad idea to have Bomb Squad. Why not? And there's a city here. Perhaps I'm not so in a bad position after all, but it means that I should sort of speed rush to join with my support units. And nah, there is not so much Hustberries around. Perhaps it would be a good idea to generate mana is probably a better idea. Oh, I bought a city. I did it between the turns, or made peace. Okay, let's see what this turn has to offer. And the problem is that I'm not sure what's going to happen here. This one will die, most likely. There was some shamans over here. Perhaps this is her throne, but this could as well. Okay, there is her throne. But it means that I can at least acknowledge at least one more city from her, because if not this main, she's at least far away from it. And Reynal is of course nearby, so. But my ally, he's close to her throne city, so it's possible we will soon have a 2 against 1 opponent. And in this case, in my case, it's very good, because my skill level, and despite my flaws and mistakes, and maybe not in a good position right now, but there's a lot of forces coming from my ally. Perhaps I should stop making support units from this city, because as soon as I can build the altar upon soul here, it will be a better situation. Time in Binker maps is in general that they tend to throw out each turn. And of course this game could have been finished much earlier if you were better. And I will continue. Now I will probably collect mana. Ciridia, she is a necromancer, a nomad, because I only have nomad cities at the moment. And this hero, she has Guardian Flame as her unique, and of course she's level 5, so, and she has armor piercing. So she's quite good, but she's not the best hero you can find. But I don't want to buy any more heroes because I am at my cap. So I might want to keep it with as many possibilities to save up. I will take those. Two heroes went down. Because he's left. Maybe he will come for my vassal also. I don't know. Here it's going. I think I will just rush the city. Oh, it's quite strong. And I have a lot of catapults. What should I do? I don't think I can beat that now. But perhaps Reynald will have enough forces to actually capture her throne, and then I can just grab her city. Hopefully. I will probably return, because if I leave myself in open here, they can surround me. That's the good with choke points, is that you can always protect yourself. It's a good idea to build. I wish I could build something more, but no. Of course, I should probably build normal, regular units, because I don't have so much units to build. All that considered, I can still build a war hall. Maybe I can get pikemen. I guess I have Pillar of Starlights in my vicinity. Here I will just clear. I will try to discover. So Tana, essentially she has one vassal, this city and this city. So she has 3 cities and 1 vassal. That might be in my favor, at least. Maybe I should focus and clear this area from stragglers. So maybe I could take on this one. I don't know, maybe. Perhaps. Seems like Reynald is doing okay. All units belonging to evil and strong. I'm neutral so far. When I was considering developing Cosmos, I was thinking to put it as neutral, because but Cosmos and previously it's like a little influence of all kind of specializations, normally like from all elemental tree, like fire, water, and okay, we'll change this text to better acknowledge. But here you see alter node to water. You can transform any node, and it's like you can target a fire node and make it to earth, for example. I guess this is one of the unique things with this, that if you don't choose creation node, you don't have creation master, you will not get this, for example. But then you will get empire bonus, which coming from any node available. It's 5 increase in mana, which is quite good. Cosmos specialist, it gives gravity. Enchant city, it's this wonderful effect that is glowing here. It will make all cities give an enchanted weapon and enchanted armors to produce units. It works the same as meditator. And since I have Wild Magic, Expander and Cosmos, I will most likely only have Alter Node as a global spell, Empire. And I don't seem to be able to spell today. No, but I'm considering to develop Cosmos Master, but I don't have any ideas yet. So, because it's a target around the Empire, so Power Link is of course Dreadnought. Hopefully we can keep this up, so we can reduce their mana completely. This is quite powerful, because you will reduce everything by... I don't know if it's powerful or not, but it's hopefully it will hinder my enemies from casting spells. And it will only target enemies, and it will never target allies. I think I will do this. They are faster without this one. No, this is another rogue. And of course she has animal, Tigran, orc and goblin. She's a little bit like a animal huntress. This is her unique, which is animal, Tigran, orc and goblin. It's quite limited in general, but it's despite. No, I don't want to. Oh, there's the glutton. I don't want to fight him with a spider. Perhaps there's something here to... Ah! Became my vassal eventually. Okay. He's doing quite well. I wish you could clear structures in my domain, because it's like little silly to have those inside my domain. I can't really get any benefits from it. And now my mana is a little bit better in comparison how it has been. I think I will keep producing them. But I probably want to rush here. I know you're not happy, but what should I do about it? Or maybe I shouldn't rush. Yeah, I will rush. This is Mounted Archer. That's a turban. In comparison to how they aren't so Mongol anymore. Changing their... They have flaming arrows and they get magical mount. Which is like, as long as they have a magical mount, they are immune to fear all mount effect like they were in Age of Honor Shadow Magic. And it's quite good to know, or at least to be aware of. And maybe I will never resurrect my heroes because I keep spending mana. Which is quite dumb, because I want my heroes back, because I have so much inventory which I want to sort of get back. It's a little bit silly to die with 3 heroes in the same battle, because it's quite ridiculous and it's quite newbie mistakes if you... we will see what's going on underground. Because here Reynald took 1 city, and I don't know how this will impact. He has a lot of goblin cities now, and perhaps this will be my call, probably to take back my vassal. I don't know. It's like so far so good, I would say. Maybe Reynald should be... Maybe he will come back down here and I can like supplement his forces somehow. Because this is sort of one way here. It's like quite a choke point. But I hope it will pan around in my favor. But I'm a little worried that the Tigran on the left side here has become too strong. Because they took this vassal. It's not. It's actually a monster boneyard who took this. So it's actually not Ankaton. So handle, join, offer a theocrat. This one has a unique column flaming prophecy, and it gives them fire damage on both ranged and melee, and is one of those hero abilities that is custom, and it's not so difficult to do this kind of thing. Just make some text, good name, and then add them. But not now. Soon. Sand Tower. It's one of those defensive buildings. Humans has Bell Tower, for example. And Sand Tower will make enemies blind. Oh, she managed to defend her city. Maybe I should go up. That's probably a good idea. Then I will catch up with my... Because they are quite fast. Because I think it's useless to take on this city, because it's 3 stacks, and here is weak. And... here, of course, we should produce engineers, because most useful to produce engineers in cities where you get benefits from it. Rook Tower. It's our racial highest tile to get rooks. I can say that they aren't super strong. They are like halfling eagle riders, but without luck. You can call them sometimes they are quite strong and dependable on situations. Of course, all units is strong dependable on situations, but it really comes down to how you play the game, essentially. Perhaps taking on the vassal it's time. I think I want it back, and Reynald will probably attack here and keep them busy. There's a lot of units coming up. Should I use this spy drone somehow? Maybe there's something more to discover. I don't know, maybe. Should I save mana? Perhaps I should. Perhaps I should do like that, so I can collect 150 to start, get them back. My heroes that died. It wouldn't be so complicated if I didn't lose all heroes. And I think my biggest mistake was to split 3 heroes and 1 leader, 1 hero, and use them as a stacks. It's never a good idea, because that's the result. The result is that you will lose them all, essentially. And, well, and I think my ally is, hopefully, he will not lose his throne cities, because they are, but he has quite strong armies, and normally Nomads, manticores, any player with manticore is usually unstoppable, and those one is no exception. They have flaming charge. They give them an additional 4 fire damage when they charge, but in general it's only that they get. And perhaps there's other units we can look at meanwhile. We have seen mounted archer already. There's a lot of perhaps flaming charge. No, I will not do quest for you, sorry. You want 500 gold for a human city? It's like, nah. I don't know. I don't think I will use any of them, to be honest. Suppress nature would be good, because nomads, they are quite weak in this spectrum, that they have a lot of disabilities. Because they have a lot of disabilities, it's problematic to play them. And despite people think it's like they dislike Temperate, and they hate Arctic and Blighted, so but Temperate is little specific, and it's the only race so far that is unique in that that they dislike Temperate, which all races normally like. Okay, I think Reynald took back his city. He either lost it somehow, I don't know. A little strange how your ally plays, because they never clear their sites. Either they get a lot of bonus and they don't have to, but he has cleared most thing now. But he didn't clear this, of course. So hopefully we will get... I have rushed so many times, so... but we can use Terraformer meanwhile. So I can change the terrain to something better. Especially this city needs it. Maybe I should bring down a builder here so I can clear out rocks. Especially since they don't like rocks anyways. This unit seems to be not in any sort of danger, so I can keep on clearing rocks. The Spearman is a very specific unit, because he is the only armored units in the racial lineup. And I've been thinking to add another armored unit to create more synergies with the game itself. And maybe to make the Jin perhaps armored, if he has some sort of armor there, but I don't think so. He's a summon, magical origin. But potential units to have armor, there is very few. And probably the Barbarian could be also armored, but no. Not even everyone spare skinned. But then it leaves for the Rook. He's the only unit by far that has some sort of armor. And what will I build here? I don't know how much I will build here. It's always good to have pikemen, despite I'm not sure that I will build. I will probably just build mana. I need mana. Ah, I see. For knowledge. Hopefully I will get some items next turn. I really like to develop Arcane Forge, but it's because it always gives you an item before you don't have to fight for it. Essentially, you can drop anything, but I would be happy for something good. Hopefully I can take back my vassal, because Reynald seems to advance. Maybe he will go south. Not sure where he's going with all his forces. But as soon as he's at least fighting, it's very good for me. Because I don't think I can win this alone. Because I don't have enough sufficient forces to fight the AI by myself. And I think Akhenaton, he's probably stronger than both of us together, because he's been left alone for quite some time. And losing those 3 heroes is essentially, it hasn't been my game really. I think he's advancing here, and that's good because it will leave my flank. Ah, here we have. Okay, it was crap. I shouldn't have summoned him there. He has no movement point. But I will defend here. I will park over there. Yeah, what kind of choice do I have? None at the moment. And seems like the glutton is patrolling. Very good, Refinus. It's very good that, and then he will be killed because there is some independent units coming there. Essentially, this kind of thing is so ridiculous because this kind of mistakes can cost you quite much. I think I will build a settler this time. It's time to build cities actually, because I can't keep up with the AI. So I will build 2 cities because I have the money to afford it. I think so at least. Because I have no upkeep, I have no units. So I think this will be scout. Here is something else. The cities everywhere. Aha, here's also a city. Okay. I see. I will not afford it. I will cancel this so they stop yelling at me. And where do I want to build a city? Most likely here. I should perhaps expand my walls. Here is also a good idea to build. Perhaps clearing this would be beneficial. My strategy often to take wild magic is to get the spirit elementals or something that can evolve. Any elemental can evolve, of course, from lesser to greater, but almost all elementals are quite useful. Even but we will see. I think this game has progressed 1.5 hours, and it's time to wrap this up. Despite how it will work now, I think at least this one can't attack directly, and there's a choke point here, so there's only one at a time can attack me. I hope so. It would be ridiculous if both could attack both stacks, but I think they will run because now Reynald is coming with a huge force and they left their guard down here, so That means that they won't make it back. Or they will. And I really hoped we can clear out one. Oh, I see. Arch drill. Flawless. Okay, I will probably let Reynald. It's his turn next. So if I leave my forces here, he should no, I can't face two armies, it's impossible. But my hero survived, which makes things better, I think. It's at least something that to think about, to not leave your heroes alone, because things can go south quite quickly. And I will probably send back a lot of items that to him, because I obviously can't have room for everything. And since he is a theocrat, it would be good to get back some of the items. Perhaps this one. And Afriata. Cooked grace. Oh, perhaps. I don't know if it's good or not. And his symbol. Yeah, probably. I will send a couple of things to him. And since we only have one helmet, it's let's see, what will he got? That at least something. Oh, two oak branch bows. Oh yeah. It's going to be quite okay for him. I really want cannons. It's there's only one glutton, or 3 gluttons. I don't know, honestly. They can swim. I don't know, are they just defending or what? How can they have 3 gluttons, really? It's like make me a little itchy what they can do. Okay, they are of course still strong, I think. Yeah, he has 4 stacks and another one coming in. So he should be able to clear this. Hopefully. How it's going here. And here. Here it's time to... Yeah. Yeah, we will rush everything. It's necessary. And to little look at Nomad racial, you can get Nomad Gen to Protector Military Racial Governance level 2, and a few of those are decent. It's like there's a few options you can have, like Nomad out with to generate additional threat repair and 6. Nomad War gain pole arm and armor piercing. Little less upkeep and reduction of produce. Nomad Rook, Magic Strike. So there's a few options, and also to turn nomads into fire, reduce their physical ability, and then add more fire. And then of course the Rook Cliff to gain additional domain radius, extra medals. Mystical City upgrade is quite unique because it reduces everything. It's like all buildings with a mystical city like this one, it will generate more. It will generate 10 gold and 10 mana, for example, crystal tree, because it's as a enchanted armor, and it will also reduce its with 25%. And we will see. I think standing on wetlands is okay, it's Reynald at least. We will see what he does. Because right now he needs to take out here. Yeah, he won. Hopefully he will clear this. It wasn't probably a huge successful battle for him, but at least this gets progress. So, but after this turn has been established, I will most likely wrap up this episode, because now it's 1.5 hours and it's no problem to record longer, but I don't think YouTube, it's I don't know what's up with YouTube sometimes, but it doesn't like long recordings. But we will see. I will upload this episode and see. Yeah, I think it will be a little better situation now that Tanna has been reduced in power. She lost one city, and I think it will be a little problematic for her. But we also suffer, because essentially Reynald is my front line right now. Without him I wouldn't be able to win. But hopefully things will change. But we will see what's going on. Okay. It's better than nothing. Okay. I think we'll wrap up things there. Things is starting to look a little better, and I start to resurrect my heroes. So I'm at least on my way back, but I need more forces and seriously step up. So we will call this Wasteland number 5. Okay, till next time, and we see you then.